everyone, Fox 19 now, First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update. We're kind of having a dreary, gloomy type Saturday outside right now. It looks a lot like the last 2 days we've been having. Again, gloomy skies, clouds filling the air. And this is kind of what it looks like everywhere. Everywhere has a little bit of gloom, a little bit of mist maybe out there. Other than that, everyone is going to stay dry throughout the day. We're just kind of covered in those clouds going through today. So this is what it's looking like. 45 degrees in Cincinnati, 8-mile-per-hour wind, making it feel a little colder, but overall, not a terrible day today. By the time we get to the afternoons, we're going to be about 7 degrees warmer. So that's good news for us on clouds and radar. This is what it's looking like. Those clouds moving pretty quickly there, rolling in over the last hour or so. We're going to continue to see those clouds throughout the day today. They're moving pretty fast. They have a pretty strong cold front pushing them in right now. We can zoom out a little bit. And again, there's lots of clouds covering our area over the last hour or so. You can see all those moving in right now. So that's kind of what we're dealing with throughout the entire area, just those dreary skies, cloudy skies. 46 degrees there in Cincinnati, 45 in Batesville, 45 in Covington as well. Now, if we look at our temperatures on a different way, you can see a couple places are in the lower 40s, some places in the mid to upper 40s, down to the south there. Owenton is one of those, 48 degrees, as well as Maysville, 42 in Connersville, 45 in Batesville, and again 46 here in Cincinnati. If we zoom out to a little bit of a bigger picture, you'll be able to see the temperatures across the area. We're kind of getting cut off now from these warmer temperatures down below. Again, there's a cold front that's going to pass through going into Monday, so we're just bracing for that right now. 62 in Nashville, 66 Atlanta, 40 in Omaha. You're seeing 38 in Chicago. You're up in Cleveland, 33 degrees. Toronto is 14. New York is 26. So chilly across the area. South is warmer. We're chilly here. We're losing degrees. We're definitely going to be cooler today than we were yesterday, but still going to be a pretty warm day comparatively to where we're going to be sitting on Monday. So we can enjoy those warmer temperatures, even though you can see temperatures are going to be colder right now than they were this time yesterday. We'll bump up these degrees by the time we reach tomorrow. And again, wind chill's not that bad. Feeling like 35 there in Connersville, 41 in Cincinnati, feeling 49 in Owenton, 43 in Maysville, 39 in Wilmington right now. So definitely feeling a little bit colder. It's going to be windy throughout today. It's going to be windy going into tomorrow as well. Here's what it's looking like. 52 degrees, mostly cloudy, dry and mild heading through today. As we go into tonight, it's going to be a mild night, 50 degrees, but we will have a few spotty rain showers come into the mix. Here's what's looking like across the area. A lot of people seeing the mid 50s, low 50s. So we kind of have a range going into tonight, and we will really drop off going into the next couple of days. So we really need to enjoy these mild temperatures while they're here, because temperatures are soon to change. And again, this all comes with a first alert weather day we have on deck, so we'll track it out for you. Here's what we're looking like. Tomorrow's going to be warmer, 67 degrees, but we have showers in the very early morning hours, storms by the evening. There's going to be a little break in time for your Bengals forecast, which is great news. You're going to be warm. Might be a little muggy outside, especially because we have those storms rolling in there. But then that cold front is going to pass through. And look what it does to your temperatures. We're going to see the 20s, we're going to see the 30s come back into the forecast. So definitely going to be very chilly going into the this next week here. So we really need to enjoy the weekend. We need to enjoy these warm temperatures that we're feeling right now, because we do have cold temperatures on the way. And when I say cold, I mean 20s. So it's going to be really cold. It's going to be a dramatic change. But like I said, today, staying dry, staying warm, no rain is expected, just mostly cloudy skies. Heading into Sunday, here's what we're looking like. These are the showers from Sunday morning that it's picking up, because most of those storms are happening right past midnight on Sunday. So it's going to be technically on Monday morning, but we will see the storms going into into the start of your Monday. A lot of people will be asleep when the storms start. So that's just something we wanted you guys to be aware of. That's why we started this on Sunday evening going into Monday. Thunderstorms, gusty winds, then that big cool down ahead. Again, Sunday evening going through Monday. It's going to be very cold once all of this passes. A cold front is pushing all of this through. So any outdoor decor that you have out, any decorations, make sure you're pulling those in today or really securing them going into tomorrow, because we'll have about 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts at times, and then we need to get ready to bundle up. We need to pull that winter gear back out. We're no longer going to be in this mild spring-like conditions. Okay, this is what we're looking like. Staying cloudy through today. Then as we move into Sunday, 3 a.m., this is when we see a few of those spotty showers, a few rumbles of thunder. But again, most of these during the morning are going to be very much like they were yesterday. Very spotty in nature. A lot of people are going to be staying dry. But again, you could very well see one of these spotty showers as you're heading out to tailgate tomorrow. Now, right when that game starts, that kickoff is at 1 p.m. This is what it's going to be looking like. Very scattered showers. You can see that it's not picking up any right over Paycor Stadium, but that doesn't mean you won't be able to see one of those pop-up showers there as we move into the afternoon hours. So just bring that poncho, bring the rain jacket with you just in case we see one of those showers over Paycor, especially throughout the duration of the game. We're supposed to stay mostly dry out there, just covered in clouds. Temperatures are going to be up though. We're going to see those temperatures reach the mid to upper 60s. So it's going to be a warm, unseasonal game for sure. And you can see storm chances really don't pick up here. This is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10, 11, and 11 o'clock. This is when we start to see the system roll on in. So it's going to be Sunday very late evening heading into Monday early morning. This is when the storm system starts to enter the forecast here. Monday, 1 a.m. Again, heavier pockets here. Is what we're looking at. If we zoom forward a little bit more, 2 a.m., heavier pockets. You might get woken up by a rumble of thunder, but definitely widespread rain and thunderstorms out there heading into Monday morning. If you have any early commutes to work, you might run into a few lingering showers out there, and even maybe a few snowflakes. It's a very low chance of seeing these, but you could see a few snowflakes out there if the temperatures drop fast enough as that cold front is pushing these storms out of our area. And again, that wintry mix, those snowflakes can't totally be ruled out as we head into Monday morning. By the time most people are heading to work though, we should be mostly dry. Most people are going to be completely clear of all of those storms, and we'll just stay like that throughout the rest of the Monday. One second. Okay. So we're going to be staying dry through the rest of Monday. So that's what we're looking like. That's great news for us. I do want to mention one more thing that I didn't mention with the temperatures. So we might break a record temperature going into tomorrow. 67 degrees is what we forecasted for our high temperature. Now we're going to have a lot of clouds. So unless those clouds start to break up a little bit, we're probably not going to get much warmer than this. However, the record temperature set in 1984 is also 67. So if we can just get 1 degree higher, this is taken from CVG Airport. So if we can get 1 degree higher, we'll beat a record going into tomorrow. We'll beat a record tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be watching that closely just in case we see a little bit of warmer temperatures. We see some breaks in the clouds. And now the breaks in the clouds will, yes, help our temperatures get to this record breaking, but it's also going to fuel some more storm possibilities. So it's almost better that we stay cloudy throughout the day than to break this record. But that's what we're looking like in terms of our record breaking temperatures, in terms of our storm chances going into tomorrow. Again, today is going to be the best day to get outside. Warm, dry. Tomorrow, though, it's going to be warm. 67 degrees is our high temperature. But we're going to have those spotty showers in the morning, very stray showers by the afternoon, and then storms later in the evening heading into Monday early morning. Most of those should be gone for your morning commute, but then we're going to be left with very cold temperatures and very windy conditions as well. So let's get into that, because that part is a very important part of the forecast here. So let's talk about those windy conditions here. I'm just going to pull it up for you guys. I might just take a second to load here. These are going to be your futurecast wind speeds. So this is going to move through here today, about 15 miles per hour. So moving a little quickly, and then as we move into Sunday, 2 a.m., again, still about the same. But then once we get into Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, 20, 30 mile per hour wind gusts are expected, and those will pick up even more going into the early morning hours. I think I even saw higher here if we go back, 40, 45 mile per hour, almost 50 mile per hour wind gusts going into tomorrow early morning. That's why I said tie up any of those decorations you have outside, because these are going to persist throughout the day. This is Monday, 1 p.m., and you can see 40 mile per hour wind speeds still in the forecast for us here. And then, as we know, it's going to be cold. And we talked about this earlier. I'm going to show you it here, but then I'm going to show you guys what it's going to feel like. Because yes, our temperatures are going to be in the 20s, but it's going to feel even colder, especially with these wind gusts up to near 50 miles an hour. So we'll show you this here as we move through Monday evening. 62 degrees, this is midnight. This is our high temperature. Technically, our high temperature is at midnight, and then you see this cold front here that's going to swing in, and this is when we're going to see those changes happening. So you can see that move through 7 a.m., 27 degrees here in Cincinnati. We'll click again, continuing into Tuesday. We're staying that cold. You could even see the teens going into Tuesday. So that's something that we're really watching here. I'm going to look up one thing so I can show you guys this other graphic. I just have to pull it up here. So give me just 1 second. If you guys have any questions about the forecast, you can put them in the comments and I'll answer them right after I find this. Okay. So here's what we're looking like. Going into Sunday, pretty warm. You see those warm conditions there, feeling like 60, 67. And here's where you see that change happening. Moving into midnight, again, there's that thermal divide. There's where that cold front is. Feeling like 29, feeling like 30. Everyone else still feeling relatively comfortable outside. That's 1 a.m. And as we push forward here, this is Monday. Let's go into Monday morning. So Monday, 7 a.m., single digit feels like values, teens everywhere else. If we click forward one more time here, again, 1 degree is what it's going to feel like there. That was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There we go. 10 a.m., 1 degree in multiple places. You're feeling the single digits for most places around you there. So going to be feeling very cold going into Monday, feeling like the teens into the evening, and we're going to stay that way heading into Tuesday morning, and then we'll start to feel like the teens. So this is going to continue to be the trend, is what I'm telling you guys. It's going to be very cold. Nikki, I see you ask here, any snow chance? The next snow chance we have, I'll show you on a future cast here, the next snow chance we have is actually going to be New Year's Day. So we're going to move forward here on this future cast and show you guys that. So we have the cold front that passes through. And then, let's see. Here's as we move into New Year's Day. And again, it really just clips the area ever so slightly. So we're not really expecting to see a lot of snow, but it is a possibility that we could see some snow showers going into early New Year's morning. So we're just watching that very closely, especially because that's a big holiday. A lot of people go and do stuff. It looks like most of that snow is going to be up to the north, though, but we'll keep a close eye on that as we get a little closer. Until then, not really. Again, you might see a few flakes going into early Monday morning, but it's very unlikely that it's going to be cold enough that early in the day. But again, it's just something we're watching. I can show you why it's going to be pretty unlikely here. If I pull up this map for you guys, heading into Monday morning here, again, 3 a.m., we're seeing those temperatures well above the freezing mark. Freezing mark is 32 degrees. And as we move into 5 a.m., here's where it's showing that wintry mix of snow chances. And everywhere where it's showing it is well above freezing because this is pushing this cold front is pushing with the showers. It's not behind it. So it's pushing with, and then it leaves the leftover colder temperatures behind. But the cold front is here. So as it's pushing through, these temperatures aren't getting cold enough until after the rain and any precipitation chances out of the area. So it's not going to be cold enough heading into Monday early morning. And then by the time most people are awake, that chance of seeing anything is out of our area. And again, we talked about this, that small snow chance going into your New Year. So that's what we're looking like. I'm going to pull up our 7-day forecast now so we can make this, the rest of this official here. 52 degrees for your Saturday. This is the best day to get outside. If you want those warmer temperatures, if you want to walk the dog, today is the day to do it. Going into Sunday, again, Bengals game, kickoff is 1 p.m., so it's going to be warm. A very spotty shower chance. So if you're heading out, you might want to bring a rain jacket or a poncho for that very small chance of seeing some rain. Showers in the morning, storms in the evening. That's why that first alert weather day is on the second half of our day there. That'll linger into Monday early morning. That's when we're going to see majority of those thunderstorms come into the forecast. Windy and cold, up to 50-mile-per-hour wind gust for your Monday. And again, just bitterly cold temperatures, feeling like the single digits out there will be in the 20s. And then we're just going to stick with the cold. Heading into the next several days here, we'll be in the 20s and 30s. Even into our extended forecast, even into 10 days, we'll stay in the 30s. That snow chance for Thursday is going to be very spotty at best, but we'll keep an eye on it. That's for your New Year's. But it's looking like a very cold New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I'm going to put this full screen for you guys, and then that's all I have for everyone. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.